Hi everyone, this is the 68th video of the ACT Math Practice Problem series, and here we have a nice problem from the concept of real numbers and inequalities. As I always recommend, before seeing the solution, you can pause the video and give it a try yourself, and after that of course you want to match with my solution. So let's get started. Here the question says, if A and B are real numbers such that A is less than B and they both less than 0, that means A and B both are negative real numbers, then which of the following is true? We have been given 5 statements here. We have to figure out which one of them is true, right? So now if you look at all of the answer options, we have 4 different quantities being multiplied together, right? Let me first write down those quantities and then you will easily recognize them. So I'm going to quickly write them down. One quantity is A times B, another quantity is A over B, meaning A divided by B, and the two other quantities are A plus B and A minus B. And we have been told that both A and B are negative and B is greater than A. That means A is less than B or B is greater than A, right? So this is the information. This is the very important information for this problem. Now because both of them are negative, what would be A times B? Well, A times B will actually be positive because the product of two negative numbers will always give you a positive number. So this will be greater than 0. A times B will be a positive number. You can say, greater than 0, or even you can say this is actually positive. You can write it like this. You can make a quick note like this, that A times B is actually going to be positive. And similarly, A over B or A divided by B, that is also going to be positive because division of two negative numbers will always give you a positive result. It's similar to the multiplication, right? Division or multiplication of two negative numbers will always give you a positive value. And how about A plus B? Well, they both are negative numbers, so their sum will also be negative. And how about A minus B? Well, actually A is less than B, so A minus B will actually be negative because we are subtracting a larger number from a smaller number. If you subtract a larger number from a smaller number, your result will be negative. Now let's look at the first answer option. We have A times B times A plus B. So what is A times B? That is positive, and A plus B is negative. So the product of a positive and a negative quantity would definitely be negative. So this is actually negative. So this is not true. This is positive is not true. Actually this is actually negative. So this positive is not true. Let me just put a cross sign here. The statement is not true. Now let's look at the second option, which is AB times A minus B. Now what is AB? Well, AB is actually positive and A minus B is actually negative. So AB times A minus B is negative. That seems like a true statement because AB is positive and A minus B is negative. So this is actually looking like true. And you are pretty much done at this point. We really don't have to proceed any further, but just for our learning purpose, let's quickly review the remaining 3 options. But in the real ACT exam, you should not proceed any further. As soon as you have found one true statement, you should be done. If you are confident that yes, that is true statement, then you should be done. You should move on to the next question, right? So in this case, let me quickly highlight that this is our correct answer. However, we are going to quickly review the 3 remaining options, right? So now look at the option H. There A divided by B, that's a positive number, and A plus B is a negative number. So product of a positive number and a negative number is positive. That is not possible. So I'm putting a cross sign there, right? And similarly, look at the next one, A divided by B, which is a positive number, and A minus B is a negative number. So the product of a positive number and a negative number is positive. That is also not possible. And let's look at the last one, B divided by A. Well, B divided by A is also a positive number. I forgot to note it down, so let me quickly put it right here. So B divided by A, and B is negative, A is negative, so their quotient will obviously be positive. And so if you look at it, B divided by A, that's a positive number, and A minus B is actually a negative number. So the product of a positive number and a negative number is positive. That is also not possible. So the only correct option here is option G, and that is our correct answer. I hope everything made sense. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.